Well, hello, welcome back. This is Anna Kitney from Version, and today is the final Facebook Live of the Money series. And I'm super excited for what I'm about to share with you today. Make sure you have a pen and paper to hand so you can take lots of really good notes. I definitely encourage you to use the chat and ask your questions. And let's get started. Okay. So today's Facebook Live is about releasing our resistance to accepting and receiving. So you've been manifesting, you've been clearing your blocks, and you've been asking, but for some reason your stuff hasn't showed up. And it doesn't mean that the creator of all that is, God, universal intelligence, is not listening. On some level, you are resisting receiving. The stuff wants to come to you, but on some level, you're resisting. And that resisting shows up in a couple of, I guess, in several very interesting ways. So, in a book called The Big Leap by Gay Hendricks, he talks about the upper limit, and I did talk about it in an earlier Facebook Live. And I'm just going to quickly recap briefly. So what does the upper limit mean? The upper limit means that we have like mental subconscious limits on how much money we can earn, how happy we can be, how successful we can be. We have these like mental, like almost like ceilings on how amazing life can be. So say for example that if you're a freelance contractor, and 1 month you get an explosion of money. Say you just finished a big project and you got a whole bunch of money, but you're used to getting X amount. So let's just say you're used to getting say 2,000 a month as your average pay through your company, for example. And then 1 month you finish a big project, all of a sudden you get a really big check coming into the post, for example, or big money comes into your account. Poof, you've had an explosion of all this money, happy days, you're going to be earning 10K months every month. And then the next month, no work. The next month, no work. Next month, no work. Now you're really starting to get worried because you've spent your 10,000, right? The following month, maybe a little bit trickles in, and then you start to go back on form, right? Back to your 2000. Why does this happen? Because on a subconscious level, we have limits, like an income ceiling on how much we believe we can receive per month. So no matter how many hours you work, no matter how hard you push, how hard you hustle, you can't break through this limit. So if you have a good month, say for example, you get extra money from the government in form of a rebate, for example, or that you get a friend of yours pays money back to you that's been owed to you. Then what will happen is that you will sabotage on a subconscious level. You will sabotage. So that sabotage shows up, for example, the washing machine breaks, right, and the dryer breaks, and so now you've got to spend £1,000 on replacing the washing machine and dryer, or you get an unexpected bill coming through the post, or you get into an accident, somebody scratches your car, and now the dent needs fixing, or you get sick and unwell and you can't work anymore. And if you can't work, you're not making money, right? So, and you're like, why does this keep happening? Why does it keep happening? Why can't I get get lucky? Why can't I have a happy day? Why does this always happen to me? Why does this always happen to me? Right? And it's because of this upper limit problem, where we have like a thermostat in our mind for how much money we can earn, how happy we can be, how successful we can be, even our beliefs about what kind of soulmate we have and how that soulmate treats us. We also have set points for that. I'll give you another example. And the mind is very tricky. So you may all of a sudden something wonderful may happen, something really exciting may happen. You may get a piece of really good, happy news. And within seconds, this thought rushes through your mind, oh, what if this is just a fluke? Or what if something bad now happens, right? Because I got this lucky break. What if now I'm going to get into an accident and sprain my ankle? Right? All of a sudden, like your mind thinks of a negative thought. It can happen so quickly and it spoils your mood. Right? Because your subconscious is used to happiness at this level, not at this level, at this level. And so it creates a negative thought to bring you back down to your set point. So this is what we mean by creating self-sabotage. So it shows up in the form of accidents, okay? So accidents around the home, like with a knife, for example, or an iron. I've had students literally, I know it sounds really silly, but she was in a rush and she tried to iron her clothes while she was still wearing it and ironed her arm. Just silly things like that. So getting into accidents, illness as well, so subconsciously creating illness, right? Getting a cold, you know, any form of illness is a form of an upper limit problem. When things get going good, subconscious goes, it's not safe, you're not allowed, let's bring you back down, and you create illness that prohibits you from working, right? So those are some examples. Other upper limit problems can be obligating your family to hold you back. So it might go like this: well, I can't be a healer, I can't be a psychic because my husband or my boyfriend doesn't believe in this stuff. He doesn't want crystals around the house. He thinks I'm a weirdo. He doesn't want me to talk about anything about, spirituality. So I can't do this work because my husband or my partner doesn't like it. And I can't even begin to tell you how many times I've heard that excuse. I can't do this because, well, someone needs to take care of the children, the school run and all the rest. I can't build a business because I'm really focused on the children, taking care of the children. My husband works full time. There's no way I could find any time to build my side hustle, right? And so what we do is we obligate people in our lives to hold us back. So you may be on a subconscious blaming your partner, blaming your parents. Oh, if my parents had only sent me to a better school, then I would have gotten a better education and I would be so much further along than I am now, right? That's why I'm stuck where I am, right? So all of these are stories. These are BS stories we tell ourselves and that our subconscious beliefs to hold us trapped, to hold us back, to hold us stuck in what is known as your comfort zone. Now, it's a bit of a misleading term because comfort zone doesn't necessarily mean that it's comfortable, right? Comfort zone for you right now, maybe you are really stressed out because you haven't got money coming in, things don't seem to be improving, you're really concerned, really worried what's going to happen in the future. Are we going to come out of this lockdown, and will things be back to normal? A lot of fears around, do you have a job when you go back? Concerns about redundancies, the economy, are we heading for another recession? The story goes on and on. So for that comfort zone right now, which is what is familiar, what do I know, what do I expect, what will I tolerate, what will I endure? Okay, so that's what we mean by comfort zone. So whenever you are looking to do something new, something different, you're moving into your stretch zone. You're looking to bust through your upper limit to increase your income, to increase your self-worth, to get a more loving, respectful soulmate, to have a healthier body, to lose some pounds. Whenever you're wanting to increase an up-level area of your life, you're going to hit this upper limit. And in this upper limit are all your beliefs that say it's not safe to be more successful because it means more responsibility. It's not safe to have a soulmate because the last one abused you, hurt you, betrayed you, stole from you. It's not safe to be visible because when you're visible, people judge you and they attack you. Right? This is where we hit all our beliefs. And all of these beliefs, guys, are in your subconscious mind. So much of this stuff you're not even aware of. So your subconscious is running the show. So your subconscious mind makes up for about 95% of your belief systems, and many you aren't even aware of. So over the last week or so, as we've been doing this money series, we'll be looking at clearing some of these subconscious beliefs. We've been discovering things like, oh, I didn't know I believed that. I didn't know I had that. Or, oh my God, I really need to release this belief because I can now see how this belief has held me back. For some of you, you've had some breakthroughs, or some shifts and changes, some new awareness, some new ideas have happened. And so exciting things are happening. And you want to keep that momentum going rather than, oh, it's too good to be true. This won't last. What happens, what happens at the end of this, will things go back to the way they were? All of this is an upper limit problem where we go back to shrinking from our stretch zone into our comfort zone. What is familiar, what we know, where we have like that level of certainty, and that certainty will be, well, I expect that things will get worse. I expect that I won't get paid what I'm worth. You know, I expect that I'm only ever going to earn this much money or have this much success, that more is not allowed for me, right? So as you're listening to me speaking, listen through like the mental awareness of the beliefs that are wrapped around those words. What beliefs or consciousness have you got that's created your reality, right? So where you are right now in your life, and I'll be honest, guys, now please don't be offended. I mean this with the kindest love. You are where you are right now because of the choices you've made, either consciously or unconsciously, which means you are 100% responsible for what you created in your life. Okay, 100% responsible. You can go blame Donald Trump, good luck with that. You can go blaming the UK government or whatever government in your country. You can go keep blaming your husband or wife or boyfriend or girlfriend, blaming your kids, blaming the economy. You can keep doing that. However, nothing will ever change. Nothing will ever change. The moment you take 100% responsibility for what you've created is the moment you have power. The moment you take responsibility, 100% responsibility for your life is the moment you have power. Power over your destiny, power over your choices, power over your life, your income, your self-worth, power in to create a life that you will truly love. This is the gift. The gift is that you claim 100% responsibility. So what does that mean? That means that you must do the work. You must do the work. That work means doing the inner work, because for some of you, you're doing the strategies, you're doing the tactics, you're doing the processes, but it's not yielding results. So you're like a hamster in a wheel, working, but not getting anywhere. And it's not because of lack of effort or persistence or tenacity, ferociousness, commitment. It's because of your beliefs that somewhere you do not believe that you can actually receive. Okay, hopefully that makes sense. So I've seen people hop on. Welcome, Lillian, Shmita. Hello, Shmita. Let's see, Francesca, Vlendigo, welcome. Amy, Hanan, Marjorie, Amanda. Hi, Amanda. Welcome back. Amy, Chris. Well, Sumi, I haven't seen you in a while. She's like, oh my God, yes, done with self-sabotage. Absolutely. I mean, I can tell you hilarious stories of my self-sabotage. And this was only last year. I started working with a very high-level coach, and it pushed me way out of my comfort zone. Like, I spent a lot of money on this coach, a lot of money. And these women were like way above where I was at. I was like, you know what, I'm hungry. I need to surround myself with successful people. And I joined this mastermind. And I will do things like pack the night before my flight at 10 o'clock and in the dark and stub my toe, break my toe, and get on a flight with a broken toe. Like, just crazy shit. So even I'm guilty, guys. Even I'm guilty. I think one of the times, literally, I manifested a fever. So I'm on this plane. I'm sweating like a pig. I'm like, I'm going to do whatever it takes to get to Phoenix. I'm not missing this bloody meeting. And so I don't really take medicine. I do herbal medicine. So, but I had to do something. So I did take, what did I take? I think I took some paracetamol to get through that 18-hour, I think 12-hour flight. Because I was sweating buckets in this fever, hoping that the US government was going to let me in with my little fever. Just like crazy shit, guys. So we're all guilty. You're all guilty. However, you recognize what it is. Like when I broke my toe, I was like, yeah, I know exactly what this is. It's a fear of moving forward. I'm sabotaging this meeting. I don't care. I'm frigging getting my ass to this meeting, you know, thousands of miles away in Phoenix, Arizona. I'm getting on that damn plane. I will do whatever it takes. Nothing's going to stop me, right? So, but anyway, so just to know that you guys know I'm guilty too. Andrew, father is a doctor. Okay, thank you, Andrew. Vipke, I do obligate my boyfriend to hold me back. Yet we want to let go of that story. Let go of that story. We're going to go a little bit deeper today to kind of release what's really going on. What's really going on. Hi, Kelly, Nadine, Katrina, Shani, Roy. Hi, Roy. Hi, Roy. Roy's one of our students. Carla. Okay, fantastic. Okay, guys, Oh yes, Nadine saying yes. Happened to me too with a toe the night before flight to Bali. I'm assuming you still got to after Bali, Nadine. Crystal's Crystal's from Trinidad. Hi, hi. Roy's also from Trinidad. Lisa, so you guys need to connect. I mean, Crystal. Paul, Lisa from Poland. Hi, Helena. Hope I pronounced that correctly. Okay, Andrew saying I have a back pain I can't shift. Who knows why? It's been lasting 4 months. So Andrew, back pain is linked to support. So depending on where along the spine it is, it's always linked to support. So for example, if it's higher up on the back, along here, then it's like it comes from the shoulders as well. It's like feeling burdened. If it's like lower down the back, so like if you imagine like behind the heart, so behind the heart chakra, this feeling of not feeling supported by family and friends. It feels like you're on your own. And then further down, like on your coccyx, where people get things like sciatica and lower back pain, that's to do with financial support. So worries about finances, feels like I have to do everything on my own, scared about your job security, or scared that you might not get clients, not being able to make the money, and almost like this has happened, or you're fearing this will happen, where almost like the rug gets pulled from underneath you and you land on your ass, metaphorically speaking. So fearing like some sort of financial disaster. So what I'm hearing is for you, Andrew, it goes back to an earlier trauma, much like a few years back, where I don't know, you lost an account or you lost a job and you've rebuilt your life and you're scared this is going to happen again. So the pain you have now is linked to something that happened before. Okay. Anatashka. That's one of the reasons I do not focus to achieve more, as when I sabotage myself and I start losing when it hurts. Yeah, yeah. Oh, Turks is saying my soul family left just before the eclipse. Yeah, yeah. So sometimes we'll obligate someone to leave so that we can grow. It's a very difficult lesson, but that sometimes we make those obligations. Okay, so I'm going to do a bit of an energy clearing today. But before I do that, I really want to explain this concept of how to move from this resistance, from your comfort zone. And when you move out of your comfort zone, you hit this resistance barrier and moving into your stretch zone, because that's where I want to leave you guys today. So here are 12 signs of resistance. One is you're too busy, busy. And sometimes that is professionally called as professional useless busyness. So you're doing, but it's not yielding results. It's not getting anywhere. It's just filling up your time, but it's not income generating activity. For example, it's not productive activity. Or just busy. Oh, I've got to like feed the cat, and then I've got to clean the litter tray, and then I've got to put the fence up, and I've got to mow the lawn, and the house needs weeding, and then the kids' rooms need tidying up and decluttering before I can build my side hustle. Right? Did you hear all that? And we're all guilty of this. Like even I today, I still procrastinate. Like I had a bunch of follow-up Instagram messages to do, and I procrastinated doing other things than doing what I was supposed to be doing, until I said, right, okay, non-negotiable. By this time, I have to start making those calls. Procrastination. We're all guilty of procrastination. So I use a journal I have on my desk. It's the High Performance Productivity Journal. That's my journal. It's on my desk. And so it's you can get it on Amazon. That's my tool. That's what we use at our sister company, Elevate Partnership. And so I've got my agenda for the day. There you go. My agenda for the day. My task for the day. So I know exactly what I'm doing and keeps me on track. So I don't have time to procrastinate, because I've got action steps. After this webinar, I've got a coaching call. After that, I've got a discovery call with a new client. After that, I've got to prepare for my Elevate Partnership coaching call. So I've got things I need to do. So I cannot afford to procrastinate. So my calendar and my accountability to others holds me accountable. You're too scared to take action. You defer decisions. So the most successful people in the world are very quick decision makers. So people who delay, thinking, they miss out on opportunities. You lose interest, you get bored, you get forgetful, you're disorganized, right? You're like faffing around, as we say in England. You fog up and you space out, so you start to daydream and where was I? And then like 20 minutes have gone by and you're like mindlessly scrolling through Facebook or Instagram, and you lost an hour of your life, and like, where did that go? What did I achieve? Like, not income generating activity, right? Unless obviously you're posting and, you know, making connections with new leads, right? You feel paralyzed. So like, you know, like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I'm stuck. I don't know what to do. I can't think of any idea. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. Being paralyzed is another sign of resistance. Finding excuses not to act. Okay, so telling yourself stories about, oh, well, I can't start this yet because of lockdown. I have to wait to come out of lockdown before I can start this thing, right? You're impatient. You want it now, 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 like a spoiled little child. Now, now, now. I have 2 children, so I understand that one. Or you listen to the dream stealers and naysayers. So the dream stealers and the naysayers may be your family, maybe your friends, right? So it may be time to let some of these people go from your life, or just avoid these people for now. You want to really surround yourself with people who are supportive. So in this energy right now, guys, we are supporting each other. We are focusing our intentions on growth and evolvement and expansion, right? So this is a supportive, loving community for you inside Bergeon. And so even with our students, we have our classes, our students set up WhatsApp groups. I've got like messages on my WhatsApp on my phone, like today, from a course that we taught about 2-3 years ago, guys. Like our intuitive anatomy students, our advanced students, they're like chatting and supporting each other. Oh, I've got this happening, I've got this one. Can someone send me a healing? And bang, 40, 50 people will be sending you a healing if you're part of that class. It's just amazing, the support. So the support doesn't end just because you complete the class. The support continues. Our students also get access to the Bergeon Inner Circle, which is our private Facebook group. So you get ongoing support from myself and my other teachers, Vanya Silverton and Skylight Kamesis. So you get ongoing support, so you're never alone. So I'm asking you, who's your support? Who do you have right now that's going to get you to where you want to get to? Are you trying to do it by yourself? Yeah. And how's that working out for you? Okay. So whenever you are going to be hitting this upper limit, moving into your stretch zone, it's going to get uncomfortable, and the tendency will create these patterns or behaviors to put you back into your comfort zone, put you back into what's familiar, what to expect. Okay. So what we mean by stretch zone is when you're learning to do something new. So if you thought about the first time you learned to ride a bike, or you learned to drive a car, or you learned a new language, at first it felt a bit awkward and you're kind of scared, oh, I might make a mistake, I'm not sure what I'm doing, I'm doubtful, maybe I'll let somebody down, you know, what if I embarrass myself, what if people laugh at me? Like, all these thoughts happen, right? All these thoughts happen because you're hitting this upper limit and you're expanding yourself, you're growing into your stretch zone, and it feels uncomfortable. It feels uncomfortable. So your subconscious is programmed in a way where it's trying to keep you safe, right? Keep you safe from lions, from eating you, keeping you safe from danger. And so it in those beliefs, it's trying to keep you safe. It thinks that if you stay small and invisible, with less money means less responsibility, or not a soulmate, then you protect yourself from attack. It keeps you small because it thinks it keeps you safe, right? So whenever you move out into your stretch zone and it starts to feel uncomfortable, the subconscious makes you think you're in danger. False evidence appearing real. Fear. False evidence appearing real. Right? You're not in any danger. You're not going to be eaten by a lion, right? You know, the worst thing that can happen is you make a mistake, you try again, right? You fall off the bike, you get on the bike, and you go again, right? When you learn to drive, like, you know, you might have crunched the gears and things like that. After a while, you're off driving, and before you know it, you are driving without even thinking about the gear shift. Your fingers automatically go into indicating. It all happens automatically, and you're just thinking where you need to be, right? That's how it happens. At first, whenever you do something different and new, it feels uncomfortable. So when you realize that whenever you do something new, when you ask for more money, when you put yourself out there to start dating to find a soulmate, when you travel to a new country that you don't know the language or the culture, when you enter a room of people you don't know, it feels uncomfortable. And you realize, oh, I'm in my stretch zone. I'm in learning. I'm in learning. Because right now your comfort zone is, you know the drill. You know what to expect, right? It's like Groundhog Day. You know what to expect. It's always the same, right? So when you go into your stretch zone, You're learning, right? And so as children growing up, we may have been punished, right? So in the old days, if you were made a mistake, you were hit, caned, right? They used to cane, like back in my day, caning was illegal, still legal. So I remember some kids getting caned. So either across the hands or across the butt. Right now it's obviously illegal. If you made a mistake, you would have got like red crosses across your paper, and you had to come home with your C minus or your D, a report card to home, and then your father would be furious and would take away all your privileges. You'd lose your bike, for example, or you wouldn't be able to see your friends for a week. You were grounded. And so associated subconsciously if I make a mistake, I get abused. So it may be physically hit, it may be emotionally abused, right? There may be the silent treatment. So you associated making mistakes as that means it's painful. That means it's dangerous, right? And so that happens as a society is we're taught mistakes are bad. If mistakes are bad, how the hell are you supposed to learn? Right? If mistakes are bad, how are you supposed to learn? Like when you're a child learning to walk, from crawling to standing, you make plenty of mistakes. You got covered in bruises. No one is crawling to this Facebook Live. You all learn to walk and run, right? So learning is like that we make mistakes until we enter what's the word? Incompetent competence and incompetence, and then proficiency, and then mastery, right? So I've been doing this work for the last, since 2008 was when I did my first feeling course. And I practiced, right? So I developed proficiency, and then I became an instructor of theta healing and teaching like literally hundreds of classes, thousands of students across the world. I developed mastery, right? But sure, I made mistakes along the way. Of course I made mistakes. We all do. I still make mistakes in my business all the time. In fact, recently I made a mistake. I made a bad hire and it cost me money, but I learned a very valuable lesson. Very valuable lesson. I'm not going to go through the whole drama of it, but I should have paid them up front in full. That was my mistake, right? So we make mistakes all the time, but that lesson was going to be very valuable for me when I make a future hire, for example. Okay, so hopefully you understand. So whenever you move into your stretch zone, guys, it's in your learning zone. So you're expanding out of your comfort zone, you're gaining new skills and experiences, and you're dealing with challenges or problems, right? I like to use the word challenges rather than problems. And so this is where you have to invoke the creative mind. What else is possible? If I could do this, what would it look like? If I could intuitively see what it would look like? If I knew what my future self could tell me, what would she or he be saying? If I already knew the solution that was easy and simple, what would it be? If there was a way to make money easier, faster while I'm sleeping, what might that look like? You get creative, right? We start asking good questions. And this is what you're going to learn on the Feeling Basic class. You're going to learn to ask good questions to get better answers. If you're like, oh, there's nothing I can do, I'm stuck in life, you're not going to move forward. So it's about learning to ask good, powerful questions from the angel of the divine and receiving that beautiful insight, and learning how to transform your limiting beliefs into empowering ones instantly, thereby releasing all the self-sabotage. And when you catch yourself in a sabotage, you could do work on yourself. Say, okay, universe, creator, God, like, what's going on here? Why am I creating this? Why am I scared to move forward? Why am I resisting receiving this? And you can do the work on yourself, dig on yourself, get your answer, and then the results will happen so fast, it will blow your mind away. Okay, let's do our clearing now. Okay, right. Let's have a look. Okay, close your eyes for me, guys. Okay, so if you've been on my lives before, we're going to be using the expansion out technique. Okay, centering yourself in your heart, in your big, beautiful heart. Okay, you're going to imagine that you're sharing space and sharing molecules with the chair that you're sitting on. You and the chair are one. Expanding further now, you'll imagine that sharing space and sharing molecules with the room that you're in. The building that you're in. The city that you're in. The country that you're in. You're not being stretched or pulled, just simply sharing space and sharing molecules. Expanding further now, you'll imagine that you're sharing space and sharing molecules with the solar system, the Milky Way galaxy, and all the galaxies of the universe. Expanding further and further. Past all the galaxies of the universe and past the universe. Into these bright lights, dark lights, bright lights. Into a beautiful golden light. Into the jelly-like substance. And straight through into that beautiful pearly iridescent light. Bright, bright white light. This is the energy of pure consciousness, the energy of the Creator, universal intelligence, God, whatever you call this energy. This beautiful divine energy moves through all things. You're a part of this energy. You are made of this substance. You're not separate. You're part of all that is. You are not separate. You're part of all that is. And so let's do a quick prayer. So Creator of all that is, it's commanded that everyone watching here live today and the replay get the healing that they need, get the realization, awareness that they need, that they're able to learn to ask better, more powerful questions, to have the breakthroughs they need, that they have the trust, the faith and courage in themselves to be able to take the next step forward, to get unstuck, to move their life forward, to receive all the abundance that they desire. We ask that we are fully supported and guided through our work here today and moving forward with our lives, knowing we are never alone, that you are always with us, knowing that we have the support of our spirit guides and our guardian angels at all times, that we are worthy and deserving of asking for the help and support that we need and the guidance, that we surrender our fear, false evidence appearing real, so that we can see the truth that we are powerful, we are infinite, resourceful, creative, the truth that we have great capacity to receive and we only need to ask. And that we can be shown, guided, how to take the next step forward to move our lives to a place of joy and happiness, fulfillment, contentment, where we can fulfill our calling, our mission, our purpose, and be abundant in doing so. Good. Okay, so can the Creator of all that is teach you and show you that it's safe for you to move out of your comfort zone and into your stretch zone. And that it's safe for you to learn and expand in your stretch zone. Is that okay? Okay, you just need to say yes out loud for me, and that change will be made on every level of your being. It'll be done in all aspects, all languages, in the highest and best way. Thank you. Can we teach you that it's safe to make mistakes, that mistakes are learnings, and that you can learn from your mistakes with grace and ease, that you can learn from your mistakes without punishing yourself or obligating others to punish you, that you can learn from your mistakes quickly and easily and effortlessly, and that you can also learn from the mistakes of others so that you can avoid making the mistake. Would you like these? Thank you. Good. Okay. Can we teach you to recognize when you're entering into resistance, forgive yourself, and be able to move forward? Would you like this? Thank you. Okay. All right. So with your eyes closed, I want you to go back to a time where you made a mistake that you still feel guilty about, or that you're still punishing yourself for, or you still feel that you're being punished for it by somebody else. That might be like an investment that you made, a property deal, for example. It may be going into the wrong company or the wrong job. Maybe you cheated on your partner. What is this huge mistake that you haven't been able to move past? Or this may be the mistake of your parents that you can't forgive them for, that really you believe held you back because of their mistake. So either it's your mistake or someone else's that you feel you're being impacted by. Okay, just choose one. Just choose one, guys. And I'll probably go to the earliest one, the earliest memory. It'll have like an emotional charge to it, so you'll feel some discomfort in your body. You might get anxious, you might get angry with yourself, there may be resentment attached to it, but they'll have an emotional charge. Okay, so what are you getting by holding on to this? What does it give you? Is it reminding you never to trust people again? Is it teaching you that you have to do everything yourself to have a job done properly? Is it teaching you that people betray and you can't trust? Is it teaching you that you're not capable of doing anything by yourself? Is it teaching you that love is pain? So as a result of this mistake, what's the lesson you are learning? Okay, and now, why do you need to hold on to this now? Why are you still holding on to it? What's holding you back from forgiving yourself, the people involved, and moving forward so you can be free? What is keeping you trapped in this mistake? By avoiding risk, you're keeping yourself safe. Avoiding rejection, avoiding exposure. How's it? What are you getting by holding on to this? Why is it still your story now? Why can't you move past it? Okay, and what would happen if you could let this go? What would it mean to you to let this go? If you could be free of this mistake, move forward, what would this mean to you? How would your life change if you could let this go? What would it look like for you if this mistake didn't have to happen again? That it was done and completed and no longer needed? Okay. So are you willing? Are you willing to let this go now? So that you can have the result you really want. Okay, if that's a yes, I'm going to ask Greta just to release any shock or trauma from this experience. Teach your subconscious that it's now over, completed and no longer needed. Releasing, so I'm going to bring in forgiveness, forgiving yourself and the people involved. That's possible and you're willing to forgive. Thank you. And cut the cords to all the people involved. And let go of all the resentment you have either towards yourself or the people involved or the company. Just releasing the resentment, showing you that you no longer need to hold on to this resentment as a way to be motivated in your gain, whatever the gain was for you. Okay, good. Okay, so let's allow now Creator to show you what your life will look like now that you are no longer holding on to this mistake. So you're going to start to see a scene or a vision of what your life will look like now that you've let this go. I'm seeing lots of light coming into your heart chakra, into your solar plexus, your throat. For some of you, it's around your face. It's like more light is able to come into your energy now. How does it feel to be free of this now? Good. Fabulous. Well done. Okay, so can we teach you it's safe for you to learn new things? That you can learn new things without the fear that you'll make a mistake or the fear you'll be punished or ridiculed or judged. Thank you. What it feels like to live without procrastinating. What it feels like to gain clarity in moving forward. What it feels like to know how to take the next step forward. What it feels like to listen to your intuition in knowing the next step forward. Would you like these? Thank you. What it feels like to take 100% responsibility for your life so that you can move forward. What it feels like to be honest with yourself. What it feels like to be compassionate with yourself. What it feels like to be gentle with yourself. Would you like these? Thank you. Okay, free from waiting for permission of others in order to move forward. That you know how to be creative, innovative, resourceful. That you know what it looks like to apply your knowledge and wisdom. That you know what it feels like to live without making excuses. Would you like these? Thank you. Okay, I'm getting like this uncomfortable feeling in my belly. It's like this, I'm scared to move forward because of uncertainty. Like if Anna releases this shit, like what's gonna happen, right? It's this uncertainty. So Can the creative authors teach you and show that it's safe to actually embrace uncertainty? Because life is an adventure. It's meant to be enjoyed. If you knew how the game was played, you wouldn't play the game. If you've watched the movie for the 10th time, it's not as interesting and fun as it was the first time. Right? So you revel in the uncertainty, enjoy the adventure. So that knowing that you can feel safe in playing the game of life. That it's safe to embrace uncertainty and learn and grow and expand in uncertainty. Letting go of trying to control everything and everyone around you so that you can be the master of self-control, right? You can cultivate your own emotions. You can choose to be happy. So can we teach you and show you that you can be in control of your emotions and that you can choose to be happy, you can choose to be abundant, you can choose to be prosperous. You can choose to be excited, passionate, committed. These are decisions, guys. So it's just show it looks like and feels like to make that choice and to embrace those emotions and have that be part of your everyday life if you wish. Would you like these? Thank you. Okay, teaching you that it's safe to reach out for the support and help that you need in order to learn, to grow and expand. That you know what it feels like to reach out to the right resources, whether it's books, YouTube videos, contacts, friends, mentors, coaches. You know how to reach out and get the support you need to help you to the next level. That you're worthy and deserving is safe for you to follow through with your inspired actions. And what it feels like to have your inspired actions supported by the universe. That you're open and willing to receive all the abundance you desire and all the abundance you've asked for from the Creator of all that is. That you can have it and keep it. That you're worthy and deserving of overflow. And what your life looks like when you have overflow. This abundance in all life areas. That you're worthy, deserving, it is possible, and it is so. Cool. Okay. Nice deep breath. And open your eyes. Okay, guys, let me know in the chat what came up for you in that energy clearing session. Were you able to forgive yourself for that mistake so you could move forward? And if you did you feel like a load off? I'd love to know. Did you become aware of the gains that you were getting by holding on to this mistake? Like what was the lesson you were learning from that, right? For some of you, you really need to be a lot kinder and gentler with yourself. So there's a lot of like self-criticism and we parent ourselves the way our parents parented us. If our parents were critical, we tend to be critical of ourselves. And so those are beliefs that can be changed too. Okay, Dora is saying, I was in my comfort zone for way too long. Right, so it's time to hop out, time to leap out. Yeah, and enjoy life as an adventure. Like, I put myself in my stretch zone all the time. In fact, on a daily basis. And I know it's going to be uncomfortable. I know I'm doing something different. I might have to learn a bit of new software, or I might have to learn about a new topic, or I might have to learn a new skill. I do it all the time. I'm up-leveling, I'm stretching, and I recognize I'm uncomfortable, not because I'm doing the wrong action, because we get confused. Oh, I'm scared. It must be dangerous. It must be bad. It must be wrong. So it's about learning how to master your intuition and knowing, is it false evidence appearing real, or is this a real perceived danger, right? So you wouldn't walk through, a dark alley by yourself as a woman. Like your intuition would say, no, dangerous, that's stupid, don't do that, right? Recognizing like that as a real fear versus, I need to learn a new skill, I need to up level, I need to change my mindset. Maybe, I should do some training to do that so that I can change my beliefs. Oh, but I'm scared, maybe it's not the right thing. What if it, if I waste my money, or what if it's the wrong person, or what if I don't get my money? Like the story goes on and on and on and on, and it's false evidence appearing real. False evidence appearing real. So this is where you need to learn to understand what your intuition is telling you. Is it a fear because you're moving into your stretch zone, or is it a fear because it's actually physically dangerous to your well-being, right? Yeah. So it's about learning to hone in that difference. And so we get these light bulb ideas, these inspirations, these insights, and the moment it clicks in, the moment it comes in, is the moment you're meant to take action. Don't delay. It's like the universe drops this little fairy dust on you at the perfect time for you to make that phone call, or to reach out and do something, or to hop onto this Facebook Live. Like there's 90 of you guys here today. There'll probably be hundreds more watching the replay. Like you don't find me by accident. You don't stumble across Anna Kitney and enter woo-woo land where you're transforming limiting beliefs into empowering ones instantly, right? There's no accident that you are here. You are definitely meant to be here. That somewhere these words that I'm sharing with you have landed on you in a way that is going to impact your life. Your job now is to follow through the action. Like I can take you so far, your job is now to follow through the action. So what actions do you feel you need to take to get yourself unstuck, to create more money in your life? Be more open to receiving money, or be open to receiving your husband or wife or partner to support you in your life, or to be able to receive love from your family, or to be able to receive support in the workplace. Where do you need to be asking better questions and be more open to receiving? So let me know in the chat. Yeah, so I need to say mistakes that taught me how to listen to my intuition. Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And this is a skill that you would learn and master. So Shani's saying her sabotage is her phone battery died, so she couldn't watch this live. Hilarious. Yeah, Shani, if you heard me earlier, you would have heard my broken toe story. That'll give you a laugh too. If you recognize you're sabotaging, you can go, I'm sabotaging. Let me get back to my where I was at. Let me get back to my mission. And it's having your big why, having that clarity will propel you forward. Yeah, cool, guys. Yeah, some of the mistakes were painful, guys. Yes, of course. But you learn valuable lessons. Once the lessons are complete, you can let go of all that pain. It doesn't delete that the mistake happened. It releases your association and your beliefs attached to it, and the beliefs you created about yourself as a result of that mistake. Just because you made that mistake doesn't mean that you're a bad person, or that you're incompetent, or you're stupid, or not good enough, or not lovable enough, or deserving enough. They're all stories. They're all stories, guys. Yes, Brittany, yes. If you're going to sleep mode, yes, because you're going into theta brainwave. So it's the state between being awake and asleep. So it feels like you're going into sleep mode, but you're not. You're not. Yeah. And yes, it also requires discipline not to let your mind wander. That's also a sabotaging pattern. Is you like, you fall asleep and your mind wanders and you tune out of what's being said. Again, that's a self-sabotaging pattern. So the replay will be up. You can watch this again. But yeah, this eventually you will train your brain to know, I'm going into meditation instead of sleep. Okay. Oh, Amanda, well done. She managed to forgive herself. Fantastic. Well done. Well done. Yeah. Guys, forgiveness is the path to abundance. Seriously, like you want more money? Forgiveness work. And we will be teaching that in our Fayin classes, which are coming up. Okay, Claire's saying feeling better and lighter. Brilliant. Good. Awesome. Well, imagine this is what we just did in the space of an hour. So for those of you who are new to Theta Healing, I would love to have you join me on the Theta Basic class. It's online now, guys. So it's the first time we've been able to make it available online. I'll be teaching the basic and advanced. So I think we've only got one space left on advanced and a few places left on basic. So I've posted the link in the feed for you at the top. So go check that out. And and I would love to have you join me on the basic class. I've pulled myself out a lot of the teaching to let my other instructors teach, because I'm focusing on more of the mastery classes and focusing more on my high-level mentoring and coaching. So if you want to learn from me, then obviously come and join the basic class, the basic class. It's this Saturday, Sunday, Monday, 9 to 5 British Summer Time. The details are on the website, so you can find out more about what's included in the curriculum, what you're going to learn. But essentially, you're going to learn this guided meditation, so you can connect up in seconds. You'll be able to learn to transform your limiting beliefs into empowering ones instantly. You'll be learning how to ask better questions to get better answers so you can get your results. We're going to teach you a very powerful manifesting technique to get your stuff much faster and easier. You'll learn guardian angel readings, and you have 2 to 4 guardian angels around you right at this minute. They never leave you. They're always there, and they can only help if they're asked. And they're always whispering to you. And so we teach you how to listen to those whispers, to listen to the guidance, because they're with you all the time, and they want to help you, and they're trying to nudge you along. So, if you see a feather fall, that's usually an angel giving you a sign saying, I'm here, like, let me help you, let me help you. So you learn how to connect with your angels. We're going to be releasing beliefs about self-worth. So as you increase your self-worth, you increase your net worth. You'll be part of the Bergeron communities of students around the world. So you get access to the Facebook group, private Facebook group, where you get ongoing support with us. And at the moment, there's no it's lifetime access. As long as Facebook is around, you'll get lifetime access to this group where you'll get ongoing support from us, and also all the students from around the world who are in that group as well. Our classes set up WhatsApp groups, so you'll be staying in touch with your new soul family members, where you'll be supporting each other in each other's growth. So I'd love to have you join me on the 30 Healing Basic class. So it's this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Let me just get you the exact dates, guys. So the 6th, 7th, and 8th of June. We'll be publishing new dates. So if you're interested, then go to the website bergeron.co.uk. And there's a chat feature. So just go into the chat and say, listen, put me on the wait list for new dates, because I can't do this weekend. If you can do this weekend, that would be wonderful. We can just continue this momentum we've built up and quantum leap your life and your transformation. So that will be me teaching. But obviously, if those dates don't work for you, then obviously reach out to us on the live chat, and we'll get you on the wait list for when the next date will be released for the online class. We do teach this class live as well, so the dates are also on the website too for in-person live in London if you're able to attend the live classes, and we'd love to have you join us. So thank you so much, guys. So this is the last call of the money series. I will be doing more Facebook Lives in the future. So if you are on our mailing list, you'll be notified of all the upcoming dates. You'll be notified way ahead of time. And there'll be different themes that we'll be covering in future Facebook Lives. So I hope you enjoyed this. So join us at the 30 Basic course. Otherwise, till next time, we'll see you soon. Bye.